Hey guys, so I'm here at New Day Houston, standing outside of our West building, which we are dreaming about turning into our next gen ministry building for our kids and our student ministries. But we need your help to make that happen. So I'm gonna give you a tour of what we're hoping and dreaming about doing, talk about how we can do this together, and also, most importantly, why it's so important. So come on in. So we are really committed right now to really developing both our kids and our student ministries here at New Day. A student ministry in the life of the church specifically is so important because most studies will say that most people that are lifelong followers of Jesus get saved and discipled before the age of 18. So just being a kid and a student, that season of life is so important for our faith. And so we want to have a ministry devoted to that stage of life. And we also think it's important here at New Day to have a ministry for every age and stage of life. And I don't know if you know this, but a lot of churches, and we've even been in this place before, where we just don't have a student ministry and we don't really have much of a thought for that. But we've recently developed a conviction that that is a vital ministry. But we have to work together to make this happen, and this space is a part of that. We're in an urban context, we're not in the suburbs, and so it's really hard, honestly, to get a student ministry going in a community like ours. As far as we know, there's not really a vibrant or super active student ministry in the greater Oak Forest community. And so, but we are committed to working together to make this happen. And this space is a big part of it for both our kids and our student ministry. So what we'll do is when you come in here, we're going to add double doors here. So it's going to be easier to get in, more welcoming, more inviting. We're going to move this wall over to create a bigger, more open entryway to be more inviting. We're going to remove part of this wall to have like an easier way to enter into our main worship area. I won't take you in there because it's really kind of dungeony and garagey and not good lighting. We're going to make the space bigger by taking out a wall that's in there. We're going to do all new paint, all new floors, all new lights, all new sound system, all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a totally redone space. And then on this side, I'm going to take you over here because we're going to reconfigure over here a lot. We're going to totally gut really this entire side of the building and totally reconfigure it for the ministry. I'll take you in here. Actually, you can see like there's like an open, kind of a random open space out here, and then here's a room. Like this is one of like the side rooms. It's barely big enough for yourself, and so currently it's just not laid out well for the ministry that we want to do and hope to do in here. And so we're going to gut all of this, and instead of having an open space and some really small random rooms, we're going to have 4 really good sized rooms. We're gonna create a central hallway that you can access from the main area. And then have 4 really good sized rooms with all new paint, all new floors, all new lighting, furnished, all that kind of stuff. And then come down here, you're actually gonna see a little bit farther down here, currently this building has no running water. So our kids' building currently has no running water, no plumbing, no bathrooms. This building was built in the early 1970s and was kind of remodeled in like the 2000 around then, but doesn't really fit our ministry today, wasn't ever fully completed, and they still didn't have plumbing in it. So that's a really important thing for us currently for our kids or our students, whoever uses this building. They have to go outside the building, down the outside hallway, and go to our office bathrooms, which are obviously not designed for younger people. So we're gonna create bathrooms in here, and so when we are done, this space is going to be totally transformed. We're also going to do some exterior work as well on it. But this will be the place for the years to come that we will build our kids and our student ministry. So this is a vital, vital space. Now, the good news is if you know anything about renovations and cost, it's a lot of money to renovate anything, especially to renovate an entire commercial space. We've got a really good kind of like scope of work and cost. We think it's going to cost us around $150,000, which for something like this is not honestly that much money. And the other good news is we already have $100,000 of that from some land that we sold a couple years back. So we need to raise $50,000, and we hope to do that as soon as possible. And I think this is important for us as a church because though we have some money set aside already, like that didn't really come from us. We just voted to sell something that probably none of us were here whenever the church bought back in the day. This is an opportunity for us to really invest in this and to really demonstrate our commitment to our kids and our student ministries for the years to come. And so I want to encourage you to give to that fund, help us raise this money together. We think if we can raise the money quickly and we could start the work immediately, and we could probably even be in here using it by the end of this year. So that would be a really exciting thing. So if you want to give to support this, you can go to newdaychurch.com, click on the Give tab, select Next Gen Building Fund. You can also give at a gathering on Sunday morning. Just note it on your check, Next Gen Building Fund. But I would encourage you, if you're a part of New Day and you believe in what we're doing, to give to this, or maybe even you're beyond our church and you don't go to New Day, but you believe in the importance of what we're doing, and also kids and student ministries, I would encourage you to give. And lastly, I want to speak to a few people really quick, because, when it comes to giving, we have to discern that and pray about that. And I want you to do that. But maybe you're watching this and you're like, man, I would love to give, but my expenses are high and my income is really low. I would encourage you to pray about at least giving something, just to be a part of this with us, whether it's $50 or $100, to give something to this fund so we can truly as a church say that we're doing this together. The second person I want to talk to is maybe you're one of our faithful givers. Maybe you tithe and give 10%, or you're a recurring giver. You give substantially to really support our ministry. Number one, I'd encourage you, man, don't take from your tithe to give to this, because we need the normal recurring gifts just to do our everyday ministry. But if you're already a recurring giver and you have the means to be generous, like you have a good job or you have the funds or you have a dual income family or something, I would encourage you to pray about being very generous to this fund. Though every gift matters, here's the real talk. Unless some people give significantly, we will not be able to hit this number. And so if you believe you're able to give a more significant gift, we would encourage you to do so. And we're so grateful that you would consider to support our kids and student ministries. And then lastly, maybe you have the means to give, but you're not used to giving or being generous in a substantial way yet. I would just say this is a great time to kind of lean into a cause that's really going to make a difference, not just for this current season and not even just for our kids and our students, but for this entire community. This ministry and this building is going to be for every kid, every student in the greater Oak Forest, Northwest Houston community, and you never know what God's going to do with it. And so this would be a great time to hop into generosity and to be a part of supporting something that's going to make a difference for not just years, but even decades to come. So once again, lastly, we are so excited about this. We're going to move forward in faith. We believe we're going to be able to raise this money, but I would encourage you to pray about supporting this. If you have any questions at all, any questions about giving or anything like that, you can go to newdaychurch.com, or you can email us at info@newdaychurch.com. We really appreciate your giving. Also, I want to encourage you, man, we are currently a debt-free church. We have 3 campuses across Houston, and we are debt-free. And so your giving will enable us to remain debt-free. So once again, thank you for watching this. If you have any questions, reach out to us. But man, let's work together to raise this funds and to bless the next generation.